nemesis of a firefighter. Arsonist, I'm a firefighter. Instant flame like a firelighter. So special with shows, I live out my flows. Can't walk in my shoes, can't purchase my clothes. Ice in my veins, but I never froze. Picture perfect, but I never posed. As a juvenile, I knew I bounced back. Got rated, had a plan to get my ounce back. Use cheese as bait, that's a mousetrap. Let me to the right person to pounce at. They selling dreams, I'm pulling receipts. Full force, we can't be beat. Got a dirty mouth, but the flow so neat. Keep your 2 cents, talk is cheap.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Gervonta Tank Davis is sent to jail for violating conditions of his release. We're going to listen to it be reported by the news, and then we'll take a look at a tweet by Michael Benson, and then we'll discuss this issue. So here's Baltimore News reporting the incident.
Baltimore native and boxing champ Gervonta Tank Davis is sent to jail less than a month after he was ordered to serve 3 months of home detention. He was taken into custody after an impromptu hearing yesterday, and now he will finish his 90-day sentence in the Baltimore City Jail. Deputies say Davis violated the terms of his home detention sentence in a 2020 hit-and-run crash. He said his home was too small, so he moved to the Four Seasons Hotel, but did not get permission from the judge. He received his 90-day sentence after pleading guilty in February to a crash that injured 4 people. Baltimore native and
all right, so here's the tweet from Michael Benson. So Michael Benson wrote, Gervonta Davis violated his 90-day home detention by serving it at a Four Seasons hotel and a $3.4 million penthouse rather than trainer Calvin Ford's house, as judge agreed. This is why he's now been jailed. Davis' lawyer argued house was too small for security staff. And that's the Baltimore Banner is the source. So if you didn't catch that, Gervonta Davis is now going to have to serve the full 90 days in jail because he violated his conditions of release, which was he needed to stay at Calvin Ford's house because he was staying in a hotel in his penthouse. And that's now why he's in jail. I'm going to turn over to you, Trill Dollar Bill. What is your reaction to that?
Told you. Told you. This is bad, man. And he was trying to get that crib. He was trying to get that Scott Plank. He bought a condo from Scott Plank, the actor, for bro told me $3.4 million, 5,000 square feet. You know what I'm saying? I think it was or something like that. Yo, this is sad, man. This is incredible. People was like, "Oh, he got off light." Nah, we knew that this was gonna happen, and it happened. You know, they're playing a dangerous game, man. But y'all don't get it. But that's all I gotta say about that. Told you.
All right, G.
Yeah, I'm disappointed because I don't understand how come he just didn't go to the courts and say, "Hey, you know what? This is the situation. The location is just too small for my security staff. You know, I need a new location. Yada yada yada. Is okay if I move to so and so. You know, like I don't understand why he would just up and move to a new location without notifying the courts. You know, so I just feel like either the kid is naive or negligent. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know, man. This guy's I just really feel bad for Tank, man. Like, but then again, maybe it's a good thing. I mean, I don't wish no jail on nobody, but maybe he needs this to learn because it's like, yo, why would you make this foolish mistake? You know, like to me, I felt like the sentence, although with the community service portion was a little high, bro, you ain't got to go to jail, though. You know what I'm saying? You get to just chill. You're a millionaire. Like, you can make do with what you got. And instead, he decides to play Russian roulette with his freedom. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I'm just really disappointed in Tank on this one.
I'm not surprised. I knew this was going to happen. We pointed it out in the last video we did discussing the sentence. It's impossible not to violate the conditions of release that he received. If it wasn't the where he was staying portion, and he's going to miss a day of community service. There were so many conditions of release on this man that he was bound to violate something. And you're right, G. He could have gone to the court and requested that they move the location of his house arrest, right, to the penthouse or the Four Seasons, right? He could have done that. But let's be honest, how many people would have been thrown in jail for 90 days simply for staying in a different house? Like, not doing anything illegal, not doing anything wrong. They literally just slept and stayed in a different house. You see, this was the point. They placed so many conditions on Tank that as soon as he violated, they knew they were going to detain him for the full amount of the sentence, right? So now he has to serve that time in detention. That's why I said he should have just taken less time and gone immediately into detention, because he would have basically almost have been done by now. Instead, now he has to go. So he could have got like 30 days house of corrections. He would have went straight to jail. People would have been the media would have been satisfied. The judge would have been more lenient. Everyone would have been cool. He served his time. Instead, he wanted to be out loaded with conditions that obviously he wasn't going to be able to meet. And I've seen this time and time again in the courthouse. It's almost like it's the easiest way to get someone locked up. You let them walk out that door and they think, really, I'm about to walk out with all the charges that's on me? All I got to do is plead guilty? Yep. Plead guilty and we're going to let you walk right out that door with all these conditions. As soon as you mess up one condition, we're going to throw you in jail for the remainder of the sentence. It's a trap. It's a trap. And he fell right into the trap. He would have been better off saying, all right, give me 30 days, 40 days, house of correction. He would have went, almost been done. He could have came out, washed his hand in the situation. Now he got to do 90 days. Now you got to do 90 days. So now you got to do even more days, and you spent what, like 2 weeks out? 2 weeks is all it took. You feel me? And the judge couldn't wait for him to come before her again. So you're right, G. I could see if his violation of release was that they caught him drinking. They caught him using drugs. He beat up someone. He got into a fight. It's strictly he was staying somewhere else. And you mean to tell me the judge couldn't have been like, okay, so where are you staying? We're going to move it to this place. If this is, now that we move this, if you do this again, right? I get what you're saying. He could have gone to the judge. But if I tell you you're on house arrest and it's not explained to you the right way, you think as long as I'm in one of my houses, I'm good. And he knew he was supposed to be at Calvin Ford's house. But he's thinking, I'm not getting in any trouble. I'm not doing anything. And again, that's a question for his lawyer too. Did his lawyer ever say to him, if you want to switch where you're staying, we must go before the court and make that request in front of the judge? Did he even know that? How much of that did he know? You feel me? And so it was a setup from the start. I'm not surprised when they load you with so many conditions. It's practically impossible not to violate one of them. You're just better off going in, because all you're doing is delaying the inevitable. He delayed the inevitable. Now he got to serve 90 days. And that's what we were saying. And
it really does. Basically, we know it ain't that cut and dry. We know something had to happen. Let's just be real. The kid's not just gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a miscommunication somewhere where his lawyer failed him or somebody failed him in the communicational bracket. There was some miscommunication for him to do that. You know what I'm saying? And he paid for it, and they were waiting for it. This was a setup from the jump.
He could have been 1 hour short on community service. They would have locked him up. He could have did what they give him 20 hours. He could have did 199 hours. They would have been like, you didn't complete 1 hour of community service.
Listen, I'm telling you, I know a guy. We all know a guy who was on federal probation, messed up on a drug test. You know what I'm saying? They ain't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They'll set you, man. Listen, I'm not even gonna get into it. But hey,
No, you're right. It was a setup from the jump, and they
didn't
what they
even give
wanted.
him a chance. Usually, you on probation. You'll go for the judge, and then the judge is, and then you sit your situation. You talk to the probation with the judge and your lawyer, and then that's when they'll make. That didn't even happen. That situation didn't happen.
Yeah. So, anyways, like I said, I kind of knew that was going to happen, and that's the situation. So you have to be mindful of the conditions and everything that are being placed upon you when you make that agreement.
Oh, I apologize for that.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
But it's all love. Are we finished?
We're all set. Yeah.
All right. Yo, let me know how y'all feel in the conversation. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out my podcast, our podcast on all major streaming services. You know who you rocking with. You're rocking with the Boxing Bros.